I've had this Dremel for a couple years now, and the batteries are just not lasting nearly long enough anymore. So I've decided, instead of buying a new battery, I'd like to just hardwire this into the wall so I don't have to deal with charging and recharging the battery all the time. The mobility of the Dremel really isn't that important to me. I just need something to that's powerful enough. So I'm going to take this apart and I'm going to see how easy it's going to be to wire this up. I got this cracked open and you can see the motor inside. There it is. So to wire this up, I won't be needing this piece anymore. Since I don't need the battery anymore, let's just take a look inside it and see what we're dealing with. Okay, inside, we basically just have 6 AA batteries. So I looked around the house and found this Radio Shack power supply. It goes up to 12 volts and it's 800 milliamps. I wish the current was a little higher, but I think 800 will be good enough. So I wired up and soldered this plug on the end of it and did some work on the motor here. I wired up a switch, the other side of this plug, and I also added in this 9-volt battery connector. So in case I need the portability aspect of the Dremel, I can hook up the 9-volt temporarily. I wouldn't do this all the time since the 9 volts are expensive and I don't know how long this will power it, but it's actually has a higher current than this 800 milliamp power supply, so it works really well. So at least I can still have the portability aspect. I also did some other work off camera to make this switch fit. I had to make this hole bigger. I couldn't reuse this old switch. I also added a hole to the back of the battery pack so that I can feed the wires through. So now I'm gonna just put everything together. So this is it without the battery pack cover on. You can see the switch. I might hot glue this in to add a little stability later on, but it's pretty solid. So I'll go with the 9-volt to test out the portability aspect of this Dremel. There you go. So that almost looks like a normal Dremel. And the back part's pretty solid. All I have to do is press these side buttons to open it back up. Let's see if it works. It works pretty well. I'm just going to grind on this aluminum heat sink a little bit. So I have to press pretty hard to make it stop turning with the 9-volt. So I'm pretty happy with that. So this is the Dremel plugged into the wall. It works okay. I'll be on the lookout for a power supply that puts out a little more current. I think that would help quite a bit. Overall, I mean, the Dremel was basically garbage before with the battery it had, so I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Let me know what you think, or if you have any other suggestions, and thanks for watching.